Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. In today's exciting video, we're diving deep into the glittering world of American history through coins that have become legends in the collecting world. These aren't just ordinary coins you find in your change, these are the holy grails of US currency, the rarest, most valuable, and most sought-after pieces that could be worth thousands, even millions of dollars today. So, if you've got an old coin lying around in your drawer, you might want to grab it and take a closer look, because one of these treasures could change your life. Sit back, relax, and let's explore the top 7 most valuable old US coins that are making waves in today's action-packed coin market. Let's get started. First up, the 1943 steel wheat penny 1-cent coin without mint mark. This coin has captured the imagination of collectors around the world, and today we'll uncover the rich history, the stunning features, its unique metallic beauty, and why this small 1-cent piece is creating such a huge wave in the market with astonishing dollar values that surprise even experts. So sit back and enjoy, because what you are about to learn about the 1943 steel wheat penny will completely change the way you look at everyday pocket change. Let's begin with the fascinating history and background of this coin. The 1943 steel wheat penny was born during a time of global transformation, World War II. In 1943, the United States Mint made a historic decision to change the composition of the penny from its traditional copper base to steel coated with zinc. This happened because copper was desperately needed for wartime materials such as ammunition and electrical wiring. So, the US Mint experimented with a new composition to save copper for the war effort. That's how this iconic steel penny came to life. It became the only regular issue US 1-cent coin made from steel, making it a one-year type and instantly a collector's treasure. Even though it was produced in huge numbers, the survival of high-quality examples today is limited, especially those with original luster, clean surfaces, and beautiful shades of silver blue steel that have resisted rust and tarnish for more than 80 years now. Let's talk about the unique features of this masterpiece. The 1943 steel wheat penny is a true standout among all Lincoln cents. Its shimmering metallic color gives it a strikingly different appearance from the traditional bronze or copper coins. On the obverse, you'll see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1943. Since we are discussing the Philadelphia Mint issue, there is no mint mark below the date. The reverse proudly carries the wheat ears on each side with the classic motto "E Pluribus Unum" on top, 1 cent in the center, and "United States of America" below. What makes this coin truly fascinating is how its steel surface reflects light differently, giving it shades that range from silver white to light gray, sometimes even with hints of blue or gold toning under certain conditions. When a 1943 steel wheat penny is well preserved, with that glossy zinc finish intact, it looks absolutely stunning, a real gem in any collection. Next, let's explore the rarity and collector demand that make this coin so desirable. Even though millions of steel cents were minted, finding one today in pristine condition, free from rust, corrosion, or damage is not easy. Time, humidity, and circulation took a heavy toll on these coins. Most of them rusted, turned dark gray, or got spotted. But when you find one with its original steel color, clean surfaces, and brilliant shine, that's when collectors take notice. The 1943 steel wheat penny without mint mark has been soaring in demand across the world, not just because of its metal composition, but because it represents an unforgettable moment in American history. Many coin collectors, historians, and even investors are drawn to this coin because it is both beautiful and historically significant. The condition makes a huge difference. Coins graded in mint state or uncirculated condition bring incredible prices, and those with natural bright surfaces and no spots are highly sought after. There are also variations in the color shade, some showing brilliant silver while others display attractive blue-gray tones that make them even more desirable among collectors who value eye appeal. Now let's move to the most exciting part, the current market value in dollars. The value of the 1943 steel wheat penny has been steadily increasing due to the surge in collector interest. A common circulated example might sell for a $470,000, but the story changes completely when we look at higher-grade coins. In today's active coin market, a brilliant uncirculated 1943 steel wheat penny without mint mark can fetch anywhere from $800,000 depending on its shine, color shade, and preservation. Exceptional examples with deep metallic luster and absolutely no signs of corrosion have sold for astonishing prices. Rare error varieties such as the 1943 bronze cent have sold for $1 million, and even though the regular steel version isn't that extreme, its market has been climbing fast as collectors chase the best examples available. Many auction houses have reported that beautiful steel cents with perfect zinc coating and attractive eye appeal are fetching big bucks and rising in value every year. Collectors and investors are realizing that the 1943 steel wheat penny is not just a coin, it's a piece of American wartime history that continues to shine brighter with age, both literally and financially. For those who are passionate about coin collecting, here are some tips for collectors who want to own or trade this incredible piece. When looking for a 1943 steel wheat penny, always pay attention to the color and surface condition. A genuine steel penny should not stick to a magnet in the same way as a bronze coin does, and it should have a smooth, silvery gray surface. Avoid coins that are rusty or heavily corroded, as they lose both eye appeal and value. Try to find coins stored in protective holders to preserve their natural shine. If you're lucky enough to come across one in its original mint brilliance, hold on to it. These coins are becoming harder to find in untouched condition. Also, explore the different shades. Collectors love coins with bright silver color or unique toning that enhances their look. Keep an eye on coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces because demand for these coins continues to rise. As more collectors enter the hobby and competition grows, values can climb even higher, making this coin an excellent choice for both hobbyists and investors. Finally, as we wrap up this video, let's reflect on the conclusion. The 1943 steel wheat penny without mint mark stands as one of the most remarkable coins in U.S. history, a symbol of innovation, sacrifice, and resilience during wartime America. Its unique metallic beauty, fascinating backstory, and rising market value make it a crown jewel for collectors everywhere. Whether you're just starting your numismatic journey or already a passionate collector, this coin is a must-have piece that tells a story far beyond its face value. The market for the 1943 steel wheat penny is strong, the interest is global, and the future looks brighter than ever for those who appreciate its rarity and beauty. Next up, the silver Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents 1944 with the large S mint mark. This coin is not just a small piece of metal, it's a living symbol of World War II history, patriotic change, and the true spirit of American craftsmanship. Stay tuned till the end of the video because the story, the beauty, and the value of this coin will truly amaze you. Let's begin with the history and background of this legendary 1944 silver Jefferson nickel. During the early 1940s, the world was in the midst of World War II, and the United States Mint made a historical decision to save nickel metal for the war effort. Because nickel was needed for weapons, tanks, and other military equipment, the Mint replaced the normal nickel alloy with a silver composition. From 1942 to 1945, the Jefferson nickel was made of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. This change gave birth to what collectors now proudly call the Silver War nickels. The 1944 Jefferson nickel, especially with the large S mint mark, came out of the San Francisco Mint and carries that distinct wartime silver glow that immediately sets it apart from other nickels. Every single one of these coins tells a story of national unity and the sacrifices made during one of the most important periods in American history. Now let's talk about the unique features of this beautiful 1944 silver Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark. The first thing to notice is the brilliant silver shine that differentiates it from ordinary nickels made before or after the war. The coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, designed by the talented sculptor Felix Schlag, with the word Liberty in the year 1944 beautifully placed alongside Jefferson's face. On the reverse, the Monticello building, Jefferson's home in Virginia, stands proudly with incredible detail, surrounded by inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. But what truly stands out is that large S mint mark positioned boldly above the dome of the Monticello building. This was the first time the mint mark appeared above Monticello instead of beside it, making it a distinct and instantly recognizable feature for collectors. The large S is not just a mint mark, it's a mark of wartime pride and silver content, making this coin both historically and visually exceptional. Now moving to the rarity and condition, the 1944 silver Jefferson nickel with large S mint mark holds a very special place in the collector's market. While millions were minted during the war years, very few remain in pristine condition today. Many of these coins went through circulation during the 1940s and 1950s, losing their shine and detail. However, those that survived in excellent or uncirculated condition, especially those with the original silver tone and sharp details, are extremely rare and highly prized by collectors. The coins with bright silver luster and strong color shade have become the most desirable. Collectors and auction houses across the United States have reported strong bidding competition whenever a high-grade 1944 large S nickel appears for sale. The higher the grade and the more original the toning or luster, the higher the value. These coins are seen not only as collectibles but as historical treasures that tell America's wartime story through silver metal. Now, let's talk about the current market value in dollars, which will truly surprise you. In today's rare coin market, the 1944 silver Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark has seen a strong rise in demand and value. In circulated condition, it can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several dozen depending on eye appeal, but the real treasures are the coins in high mint state grades or with special color shade and silver tone. Collectors have paid $470,000 for exceptionally well-preserved examples with full steps on the Monticello design. Some high-quality specimens, with perfect surfaces and brilliant luster, have reached auction values over $650,000 or more. The trend continues upward because collectors recognize the historical and silver content importance of these coins. The fact that it contains actual silver adds to its bullion and investment value, making it not just a collectible, but a secure asset in precious metal form for collectors looking to invest or start collecting these amazing 1944 silver Jefferson nickels. Here are some key tips. Always check for the large S mint mark above Monticello, that's the hallmark of its rarity. Look for coins with sharp details, original silver color, and minimal wear. If you come across one with a beautiful tone or color shade, do not ignore it, as tone coins are increasingly gaining premium attention among serious collectors. Storing your coins in airtight holders or coin capsules will help preserve their beauty and prevent any tarnish. It's also wise to have them graded by a professional grading company to authenticate and secure their true value in the collector's market. Remember, the silver Jefferson nickels are a unique category in American coinage, so every piece you own connects you to a patriotic era of American history. The beauty of the 1944 largest silver Jefferson nickel goes far beyond its metal value. It's a coin that carries emotion, heritage, and pride. Each of these nickels has a story to tell about the strength of a nation that adapted in the face of war, about the brilliance of coin designers, and about collectors who preserve these treasures for generations to come. The demand for these coins continues to grow among numismatists, historians, and investors alike. It's not just a nickel, it's a part of America's living history. So, if you were lucky enough to own a 1944 silver Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark, cherish it. And if you are looking to add one to your collection, now is the perfect time. The market is strong, the demand is rising, and collectors across the country are realizing how special these coins truly are. Every coin you hold is a tangible piece of American history that shines brighter with every passing year. Next up, the 1943 silver Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark is one of the most exciting and sought-after coins in American numismatic history. This coin represents not only a vital part of U.S. wartime coinage but also a shining piece of American heritage that continues to gain attention among collectors and investors all over the world. From its silver composition to its historical significance and market value, the 1943 Jefferson nickel with the large S mark stands as a symbol of rarity, uniqueness, and lasting value in the ever-growing coin market. Today, we will dive deep into its history, unique features, collectors' demand, and its impressive value in the current coin marketplace. The story of the 1943 silver Jefferson nickel begins during World War II, when the United States Mint was facing a shortage of certain metals due to their need for military supplies. Nickel, being a crucial material used in armor plating and war machinery, was temporarily removed from coin production. To address this shortage, the Mint decided to change the composition of the 5-cent coin from its traditional 75% copper and 25% nickel mixture to a wartime alloy consisting of 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. This significant change gave birth to what collectors now lovingly call the silver war nickels. The 1943 issue, particularly the one with the large S mint mark from the San Francisco Mint, stands out as one of the most remarkable examples of this historic shift. It was the first time silver was used in the production of nickels, and the change brought a unique luster and tone to the coins that made them instantly recognizable. One of the most striking features of the 1943 silver Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark is its bold and beautiful design. On the obverse side, you can see the finely detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, which reflects both strength and dignity. On the reverse, the Monticello building, Jefferson's iconic home, is depicted with exceptional clarity and architectural detail. But the defining characteristic of this coin, the one that captures every collector's attention, is the large S mint mark placed above the dome of Monticello. This mint mark not only signifies that the coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint but also distinguishes it from other wartime nickels. The large, bold S is instantly noticeable and adds tremendous appeal to collectors who are passionate about mint mark varieties. Another remarkable feature of this coin is its silver composition. The silver in these wartime nickels gives them a distinctive appearance and makes them more valuable than standard nickels from other years. Even in circulated condition, these coins possess a certain glow and patina that sets them apart. Over time, many have developed beautiful natural toning, with shades of gold, gray, and blue, making each piece unique. For collectors, this variation in toning adds even more desirability because no two coins age exactly the same way. The rarity of the 1943 silver Jefferson nickel with a large S mint mark cannot be overstated. While millions were struck during the war, finding examples today that are still in good, collectible condition has become increasingly difficult. Most of these coins circulated heavily during the 1940s and 1950s, and many were lost, damaged, or melted down for their silver content. The coins that remain in circulation or private collections have become treasured pieces of history. Even circulated specimens command respect and interest because of their historical significance and silver content. Collectors around the world recognize that this particular coin represents a rare combination of history, metal value, and design beauty that is hard to match in other U.S. coins of the same era. The demand for the 1943 silver Jefferson nickel, especially those with the large S mint mark, has been steadily increasing in the coin market. Collectors value this coin not only for its silver content but also for its connection to one of the most defining moments in U.S. history, the Second World War. Every coin carries with it the story of a time when America adjusted its resources to meet global challenges, and owning a piece of that history brings pride to any collector. In coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces, these coins attract strong bids and attention. Many collectors seek to complete their full set of wartime nickels, and the 1943S is often one of the key highlights of the series. When it comes to current market value, the 1943 silver Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark continues to show strong performance. Even in circulated condition, values can range from $750,000 to well over $20 or more depending on eye appeal, toning, and preservation. In higher grades, these coins can reach significantly higher prices, sometimes crossing the $1 million mark for exceptionally preserved examples. What makes it even more exciting is that prices for silver nickels have been on an upward trend, supported by both their historical importance and the value of silver as a precious metal. Many collectors see these coins as not only historical collectibles but also small pieces of silver investment. With silver prices fluctuating in global markets, owning a wartime Jefferson nickel is both emotionally and financially rewarding. Collectors who wish to find or invest in these coins should keep a few tips in mind. Always look for the large S mint mark above Monticello, as that's the key identifier for the 1943 San Francisco issue. Examine the coin's details carefully, paying attention to the sharpness of Jefferson's portrait and the clarity of the Monticello building. Even in circulated condition, coins with less wear, good eye appeal, and minimal scratches tend to be more desirable. If you come across one in your collection or spare change, it's always wise to handle it carefully and store it in a proper coin holder to preserve its condition. Collectors often enjoy cleaning and displaying these coins as part of their World War II coin sets, and some even focus exclusively on building complete wartime nickel collections, which are highly admired in the numismatic community. Another valuable tip for collectors is to pay attention to market timing. The popularity of silver-based coins tends to rise whenever the value of silver increases in the world market. Thus, coins like the 1943's Jefferson nickel often gain attention from both collectors and investors during such periods. Because of its strong historical connection and finite availability, it remains one of the most dependable coins for long-term collectors. The best part is that even beginners can start with circulated examples without spending too much, yet still own a genuine piece of American history filled with meaning and metal value. In conclusion, the 1943 silver Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark stands as one of the most historically rich and visually beautiful coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. It represents a time of courage, adaptation, and strength during the Second World War and continues to fascinate collectors to this day. The combination of its silver content, bold mint mark, and timeless design make it a standout piece in any collection. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the world of rare coins, this nickel offers not only great value but also a story worth cherishing. Its demand in the coin market continues to grow, and every year more collectors seek to add this wartime masterpiece to their treasure boxes. So if you ever come across a 1943 large S silver Jefferson nickel, hold on to it. It's not just a coin, it's a living piece of history, a gleaming relic from America's greatest generation, and a symbol of enduring value in dollars and in heritage. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents 1964 with the D mint mark. This coin, with its brilliant red shade tone and historic background, stands as one of the most iconic pieces in American coinage history. In today's coin collecting world, the 1964 D Jefferson nickel has become more than just a 5-cent piece. It's a symbol of rarity, beauty, and increasing value in the modern auction market. Many collectors and investors today are turning their focus towards this masterpiece, as the demand for high-grade examples and unique color varieties continues to rise dramatically. The story of this coin begins during one of the most interesting periods in U.S. coin history. In 1964, the United States Mint in Denver was producing millions of Jefferson nickels to meet the country's growing demand for circulating coins. It was a time when the nation was experiencing changes in its economy and currency composition, and the mint was under pressure to produce large quantities of coins quickly. Yet, among the millions struck, a few special examples stood out, those displaying sharp details, brilliant luster, and extraordinary red or reddish-toned surfaces. These coins, especially those with the D mint mark signifying their Denver origin, have since become prized possessions among collectors. Over the years, these red shade nickels have developed a mystique, as the rich tones add depth, character, and visual brilliance rarely seen in other Jefferson nickels of the same era. When examining the unique features of the 1964D Jefferson nickel, one can immediately notice the artistic mastery of Felix Schlag, the designer whose portrait of President Thomas Jefferson has adorned the nickel since 1938. The obverse side of the coin displays Jefferson's dignified profile, sharply detailed in high-grade specimens, with the word Liberty and the date 1964 positioned neatly to the right. On the reverse side, the magnificent Monticello building, Jefferson's beloved Virginia estate, stands proudly in the center, with the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. But what makes the 1964D especially fascinating is the rich red or reddish gold toning that can appear naturally over time on certain coins. This coloration often comes from unique environmental storage conditions where the coin's metal composition reacting with its surroundings. Coins that have developed this vibrant red shade are considered spectacular finds, each one having its own character and uniqueness, often giving it a stunning, almost fiery glow when viewed under light. Collectors across the world are always on the lookout for coins that combine historical significance with beauty and rarity, and the 1964D Jefferson nickel fits that profile perfectly. Its scarcity and pristine, red-tone condition makes it highly sought after in auctions, where bidding wars can drive prices to astonishing levels. The Denver Mint produced an enormous number of these coins in 1964, but very few survived in flawless or near-perfect condition. Those that remained in original mint luster and vibrant color tones are now considered investment-grade coins. Coin grading experts and auction houses consistently highlight the 1964D nickel as one of the key dates for modern collectors, especially when found in red or proof-like condition. As the years pass, the number of untouched and high-quality examples continues to decrease, which naturally drives their value higher and higher. In today's market, the 1964D Monticello Jefferson nickel in exceptional red shade condition commands an impressive value depending on the surface quality, sharpness, and intensity of the color. These coins can fetch $300,000 in major numismatic auctions. Collectors have reported that the most beautiful red examples can sell for several $1,000s when presented with strong eye appeal and mirror-like luster. These coins not only have monetary worth but also emotional and historical value. Every collector knows that owning one of these gems is like holding a piece of mid-20th century American history, a time capsule of craftsmanship, pride, and artistry from the United States Mint. For collectors looking to invest in this rare treasure, there are several tips to keep in mind. Always pay close attention to the coin's surface color, as genuine red-tone 1964D nickels are rare and stand out due to their unique visual glow. Check the clarity of Jefferson's facial features and the details on the Monticello building. Sharp strikes with clean steps on Monticello often indicate a higher quality coin. Store your nickels in airtight, temperature-controlled holders to preserve their luster and prevent any fading or environmental damage. It's also smart to keep an eye on major auction houses and online coin sales, as you might spot a rare red-tone nickel being listed for record-breaking prices. Experienced collectors often say that patience and research are key. If you spot the right coin in the right condition, it can be an incredibly rewarding addition to your collection and a valuable financial investment for the future. The excitement surrounding the 1964D Monticello Jefferson nickel is stronger than ever. In recent years, coin enthusiasts from around the world have shown renewed interest in mid-20th century U.S. coinage, especially coins with distinct color tones and limited surviving populations. This demand has only pushed the prices upward, proving that the 1964D nickel is not just a coin, it's an opportunity. Whether you are a longtime collector or someone new to the hobby, this coin represents an entry into the fascinating world of rare American treasures that continue to appreciate in value over time. In conclusion, the 1964D Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents with its dazzling red color shade stands proudly among the elite group of rare and desirable U.S. coins. It is a coin that captures beauty, history, and financial potential all in one. Its combination of artistry, rarity, and market strength makes it a top favorite for collectors and investors alike. The demand continues to grow, and so does its reputation as one of the hidden gems in American numismatics. If you ever come across one of these red-tone 1964D nickels, treated with care, it could be worth far more than you imagine. This coin truly represents the golden spirit of American minting, and in the world of rare coins, it remains one of the brightest stars. Next up, the 1964D Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents in black condition. This coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a masterpiece of American minting, a timeless treasure that continues to shock collectors with its rarity, unique appearance, and incredible value in today's market. The narrator continues passionately, in today's world, the 1964D Jefferson nickel has gained a reputation as a hidden gem among collectors. Its bold design, the special D-Mint mark, and the exceptional black-toned appearance make it stand out from any ordinary nickel you might find in circulation. In this video, we will explore everything about this stunning coin, its history, background, unique characteristics, collector demand, market worth, and even some insider tips on how you can spot one and add it to your collection. So stay tuned till the end, because what you're about to discover might just surprise you and possibly even make you rethink what's sitting inside your old coin jars at home now. Let's dive into the history and background of this fascinating coin. The 1964 Jefferson nickel represents the end of an era in American minting. By 1964, the United States Mint was producing massive quantities of nickels due to coin shortages across the nation. The Denver Mint, represented by the D Mint mark, played a major role that year, striking hundreds of millions of these coins. But among that massive production, only a few nickels emerged with extraordinary quality, coins that stood out for their sharp details, their superior strike, and in some rare cases, their stunning black-toned appearance caused by unique environmental or minting conditions. These coins became the Black Beauties of the Jefferson Nickel series, a title of prestige and admiration among serious collectors. The 1964 D nickel was the last issue before the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins starting in 1965. This means that this coin holds an important place in history. It symbolizes the final chapter of the early Jefferson nickel era. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin beautifully displays the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. Schlag's design has become iconic, representing not just the great third president of the United States but also the strength and vision of American architecture and history. Every curve, every letter, and every shadow on this coin tells a story of a nation evolving through change and progress. When we talk about the unique features of the 1964 D Monticello Jefferson nickel, one thing that instantly catches attention is the deep black or dark tone that some of these rare specimens possess. Collectors often refer to them as black nickels or black beauties. This striking coloration can occur naturally over decades due to oxidation, storage conditions, or even a special chemical reaction in the metal surface. Far from being a flaw, this rich dark tone gives the coin a majestic, almost mysterious appearance, increasing its desirability. The strong contrast between the raised design and the darker background makes the details of Jefferson's face and the Monticello building pop out vividly. It's a true visual masterpiece, a coin that demands attention the moment you see it. Another feature that sets the 1964 D nickel apart is its crisp D Mint mark placed on the reverse, just to the right of the Monticello building. The Denver Mint was known for producing high-quality strikes, and the 1964 D is no exception when found in well-preserved condition. Some pieces even exhibit full steps on Monticello, a detail that signifies an exceptionally sharp strike, where the steps of the building are fully visible and well-defined. Coins with this feature are highly sought after, and when paired with the black finish, they become treasures of immense numismatic value. Now, let's explore the rarity and condition aspect, the heart of collector demand. While millions of nickels were minted in 1964, finding one in pristine condition today is a serious challenge. The passage of time, circulation wear, and environmental exposure have made these coins harder and harder to locate, especially those that remain in black-toned, uncleaned, and original condition. The Black Beauty 1964 D nickel stands out as a rare survivor of history. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that maintain their natural patina and luster without any cleaning or polishing. Such coins hold higher grades, more authenticity, and ultimately greater monetary value. Coin dealers and auction houses across the United States have reported increasing demand for 1964 D Jefferson nickels, particularly those with eye-catching toning or exceptional detail. What makes this even more exciting is that prices for such coins have been steadily climbing, reflecting their scarcity and desirability. In today's collector market, rarity drives value, and this nickel checks every box: historical importance, distinct beauty, and limited supply of high-grade examples. Speaking of current market value, this is where things get really thrilling for collectors and investors alike. Depending on the condition, tone, and strike quality, a 1964 D Jefferson nickel can fetch anywhere from $580,000 in the collector's market. Coins in black condition with full steps and deep luster have been known to sell at premium prices. Some exceptional specimens have crossed impressive value thresholds at major coin shows and private auctions, catching the attention of both new and veteran collectors. In today's growing coin market, the demand for vintage U.S. coins is surging, and the 1964 D nickel continues to gain momentum as one of the key collectible pieces of the Jefferson series. Many numismatists consider it a smart long-term investment, as its appeal extends beyond aesthetics. It represents a tangible link to American history. Now, let's move to tips for collectors who wish to find or identify these valuable treasures. First and foremost, always handle coins carefully and avoid cleaning them. The natural toning, especially the black surface, adds to the value and character of the coin. When searching through old rolls or inherited collections, look for the D mint mark and pay attention to the overall color and detail sharpness. Coins with well-defined Monticello steps and a glossy dark tone are worth examining closely. If possible, store your nickels in a temperature-stable environment using acid-free holders to preserve their beauty. Collectors who focus on condition, eye appeal, and authenticity will always find that their coins appreciate more in value over time. Networking within the coin community also opens opportunities to discover hidden gems. Attending local coin shows, joining collector clubs, or engaging with online auction platforms can help you stay ahead of market trends. The 1964 D nickel, especially in black condition, is often underestimated by beginners, but experienced collectors know that this coin can outperform expectations when preserved properly. With rising interest in mid-20th century American coins, now is the perfect time to explore, collect, and potentially profit from such stunning examples of U.S. minting artistry. Finally, we reach the conclusion, where everything ties together beautifully. The 1964 D Monticello Jefferson nickel 5 cents in black condition is more than just currency, it's a legacy, a work of art, and a piece of American history that continues to shine even after 6 decades. Its combination of historical significance, unique color, rarity, and market demand has made it one of the most talked about coins among collectors today. Whether you are a new collector just beginning your journey or a seasoned numismatist expanding your portfolio, this coin deserves a special place in your collection. It symbolizes craftsmanship, endurance, and the timeless beauty of American coinage. As the video closes, the narrator's tone becomes warm and inspiring. So, if you ever come across a 1964 D Jefferson nickel that gleams with that deep black tone, don't pass it by. Hold it, admire it, and understand that you're holding a small but powerful piece of history, a coin that bridges generations, tells a story, and carries real monetary value. These coins are becoming harder to find, but their worth and beauty continue to grow. Keep exploring, keep collecting, and who knows, the next big treasure might be hiding right in your own pocket change. Next up, the 1968 Washington quarter dollar without mint mark. This isn't just any ordinary quarter you might find in your change jar. This is a piece of American history that's surprising collectors and experts with its growing value, scarcity, and high demand in today's market. If you have one of these coins lying around, don't move, because by the end of this video, you might just discover that you've been holding onto a little treasure worth far more than 25 cents. Get ready as we explore the story, the unique design, the collector's craze, and the real market value of this fascinating coin. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, designed to commemorate the 200th birthday of the nation's first president, George Washington. The coin was intended as a one-year commemorative issue but became so popular that it turned into a permanent series. By 1968, America was transitioning from the era of silver coins to the new copper-nickel clad compositions due to rising silver prices and economic changes during the 1960s. The 1968 Washington quarter represents this transitional time in American coinage, a moment when silver was officially gone from circulation quarters and the mint began modernizing its production process. And now, the key to this story is the absence of a mint mark. Starting in 1968, the U.S. Mint resumed using mint marks on quarters after a few years of suspension during 1965 to 1967. Quarters made in Philadelphia were traditionally struck without a mint mark, while Denver used a D and San Francisco used an S4 proof coins. That means a 1968 quarter without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and while that might sound normal, certain variations and conditions have turned this coin into a collector's dream. The 1968 no mint mark quarter symbolizes not just an era of change but also a turning point for coinage collectors. These coins were minted in huge numbers for circulation, but finding them today in good condition, especially with certain die characteristics or minting anomalies, is much rarer than you might think. Let's talk about what makes the 1968 Washington quarter without mint mark so unique and visually stunning. The obverse side features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The word Liberty crowns the top, with "In God We Trust" inscribed to the left and the date 1968 boldly placed below the bust. On the reverse, we see the majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbols of America's strength and peace. The details on these early clad quarters are sharp and elegant, and when found with full luster and crisp detail, they are truly a sight to behold. But what truly sets the 1968 no mint mark quarter apart are the subtle differences and conditions that separate ordinary coins from extraordinary ones. Coins with strong strikes, minimal wear, and clean surfaces command the highest values. Some rare examples even show slight minting variations, die cracks, or doubled details on the lettering and numbers, making them prized possessions for collectors. Furthermore, because this coin comes from the early clad era, its copper core and nickel coating have aged uniquely over the years. Many of these quarters display beautiful tones of silver gray, light gold, or subtle rainbow patterns, adding to their charm and appeal among serious coin enthusiasts. Now, let's discuss why the 1968 Washington quarter without mint mark is so highly sought after in today's market. While millions were minted, time, circulation, and natural wear have drastically reduced the number of high-quality examples. Finding one in average circulated condition is exciting, but finding one in excellent, near-mint condition is even more thrilling. Collectors and numismatists today are on a mission to find quarters from this transitional era that are well-preserved and retain their original mint luster. The demand for the 1968 no-mint mark quarter is skyrocketing, especially among collectors who specialize in Washington quarters or transitional coinage of the 1960s. Collectors are drawn to this coin for its combination of historical significance, transitional design, and scarcity in pristine form. It represents the bridge between the silver era and the modern plaid coinage, and owning one is like holding a piece of numismatic evolution. So, what's the 1968 Washington quarter without mint mark worth today? The market is showing strong upward trends. In circulated condition, depending on overall appearance and toning, these coins can trade between $120,000 to collectors who appreciate vintage US currency. But when we move to uncirculated or mint state grades, the value skyrockets dramatically. A superb example with sharp details, no visible wear, and radiant luster can easily sell for $200,000 or more in the collector's market. Special varieties are those with rare errors such as double die strikes, off-center minting, or full drum details on the eagle's tail have been known to reach prices well above $655,000 in auctions and online sales. The exciting part is that the demand for these coins is only growing stronger. With every passing year, collectors are becoming more aware of their rarity and importance in U.S. coinage history. Dealers and investors are closely watching this market segment, as 1960s quarters are being rediscovered as hidden gems in the numismatic world. If you're a coin collector, or just starting your journey, here are some important tips to make the most of your hunt for the 1968 no mint mark quarter. First, always examine your coins closely. Even small details can make a big difference. Use a magnifier or coin loop to check for doubling, clean edges, and strong strikes. Second, avoid cleaning or polishing your coins. Original patina, even with slight toning, is far more desirable and valuable to collectors than a shiny, clean coin. Always store your coins in protective holders or coin flips to preserve their surface quality. Third, stay connected with the coin collecting community, join online forums, attend coin shows, and follow auction listings. You never know when you'll find a gem at a reasonable price or make a valuable trade. And finally, consider getting your most promising coins professionally graded and encapsulated. A high-grade certification can multiply the value of your coin significantly in the open market. Remember, patience and knowledge are your best tools as a collector. The 1968 Washington quarter dollar without mint mark is not just a simple coin, it's a symbol of history, artistry, and enduring value. It stands as a shining example of how a small piece of metal can tell a big story about America's economic changes and craftsmanship. For collectors, it's a true gem, a coin that continues to rise in demand and market price. So next time you go through your change or old coin collection, take a close look. You might be holding a 1968 no mint mark Washington quarter, a piece that connects you to American history and could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Next up, the 1973 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark. This coin, often overlooked in circulation, has become a major highlight in the rare coin community, fetching surprising prices in the market and gaining massive attention among collectors worldwide. So get ready, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why the 1973 D Washington quarter isn't just another piece of change, it's a valuable slice of American history with big dollar potential. Let's begin with the history and background of this beautiful coin. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, originally minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, this coin quickly became one of the most iconic and widely circulated denominations in the United States. By the 1970s, America had transitioned away from the 90% silver composition used in older quarters, moving instead to the copper-nickel clad planchet. The 1973 D quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, carrying the D mint mark on the obverse side, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. This coin came at a time when the U.S. Mint was producing millions of quarters for a booming economy, yet despite those massive mintages, not every 1973 D quarter was created equal. Some of them have unique traits, minting errors, and exceptional quality strikes that today can command big money in the collector market. Now let's talk about the unique features of the 1973 D Washington quarter that make it stand out. The obverse side features the bust of George Washington, designed with elegant detail, his profile facing left, with the inscriptions Liberty above and In God We Trust to the left. The year 1973 sits prominently below, and the small but powerful D mint mark shows that it was minted in Denver. On the reverse side, we see the majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, symbolizing America's strength and peace. The artistry of this coin continues to impress numismatists, and high-quality strikes exhibit brilliant luster and sharp details. Some 1973 D quarters even have double dies or die cracks, giving them distinct and collectible characteristics. In particular, examples with full details on Washington's hair and sharp feathers on the eagle are highly desirable and considered premium finds among enthusiasts. When we talk about rarity and condition, this is where things get exciting for collectors. The majority of 1973 D Washington quarters circulated heavily, meaning most examples you find today are worn in show years of use. However, even circulated coins in fine condition can carry a good premium if they have unique die varieties, striking errors, or exceptional eye appeal. But it's the uncirculated and mint state versions, especially those graded MS65, MS66, or higher, that attracts serious attention. High-grade 1973 D quarters are rare gems, often selling for $300s to thousands of dollars in auction depending on quality and certification. The key to the coin's rising value lies in its scarcity and top condition and the collector demand for clean, sharply struck examples. Even circulated 1973 D quarters with interesting toning or minor mint errors have been selling for impressive amounts on eBay and major coin auctions. The market for this coin has been heating up, and collectors are constantly searching rolls, bags, and old collections hoping to discover one of these treasures. Some ultra-high-quality coins with pristine surfaces and perfect details have even crossed the $500,000 mark at major auctions. Mint error versions, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or die breaks, have sold for even more, making the 1973 D Washington quarter a genuine hidden treasure. Collectors and investors alike have begun to view these coins as smart long-term investments, appreciating both their historical importance and their growing monetary value in the market today. For those looking to get involved, here are some tips for collectors who want to hunt, identify, or preserve these rare 1973 D quarters. First, always check your change. Yes, even today's circulation can still yield some surprises. Pay close attention to the mint mark, look for any doubling or unusual features, and examine the coin's overall condition under good lighting. Store your coins properly using acid-free holders or coin flips to avoid scratches or environmental damage. Remember that even a small improvement in condition can drastically affect a coin's value in today's market. Join online coin communities, watch live auctions, and stay updated on the latest trends, because coin collecting isn't just a hobby anymore, it's an exciting opportunity for history lovers and smart investors alike. And finally, as we wrap up this long and fascinating journey, let's move into the conclusion. The 1973 D Washington quarter dollar stands as a shining symbol of American craftsmanship and history. From its deep roots in honoring George Washington to its modern-day allure as a collectible treasure, this coin has proven to be much more than just a piece of metal. Whether you're a passionate numismatist, a casual collector, or someone looking for a smart investment, the 1973 D quarter deserves your attention. Its rising market value, unique mint varieties, and strong collector demand make it one of the standout coins of the early 1970s. So next time you handle change or search through your old coin jars, keep your eyes sharp, because that ordinary-looking quarter from 1973 with a small d could be your gateway to a big dollar discovery. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the rare and valuable 1973 D Washington quarter, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin treasure stories, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on rare coins that could be sitting right in your pocket. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, every coin tells a story, and yours might just be worth a fortune.